Good day, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning into my podcast, Sincere Emotions. I am your host, Joy Java. So today I have a special guest with me. I will let them introduce themselves. Go ahead and let the people know who you are.
How's everybody doing? It's me, Devin Most, recording with my boy Joey Javelle here for the first time.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Well, I really do. First, let me just say thank you for being on my podcast. I really do appreciate it.
No, thanks for having me on. It's something that I've wanted to do with you for quite a while now. I've known you got a few episodes in here before me, so just want to see what I can do for your podcast.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So you ready?
I'm down.
All right. Now, I don't know if you want to start off with asking me questions, or am I going to start off asking you questions, or you tell the people a little bit about yourself first. How about that?
All right. So, like I said, my name's Devin. I'm originally from Phoenix, Arizona. Currently reside in Gilbert, Arizona, 480. I'm going to be 28 here in a couple months, so I'm 27. Now I know we're talking about mental health and substance use disorder. My sobriety date is January 17th, 2023.
Congratulations.
And thank you. We're going to get a little bit more into that here in a little bit, but I just wanted to let you guys know a little bit about me.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Congratulations again on that.
Thank you.
That means a lot. I love to hear that. So yes, we are going to be discussing a lot about mental health and substance abuse. So hopefully we're going to touch a few people out there. Okay. So now, Devin, tell the people what it is exactly. If you don't mind answering the questions, tell the people what is it that you have had problems with in the past. And you heard me say have had because we don't have them problems no more.
Of course. So like I said, I've been dealing with substance use. I started using when I was 17. What happened was I got my wisdom teeth removed, and good old doctor, gave me some Vicodin. The night that I got those pills, I actually had I don't know what you want to call it, a sleepover, I guess, with some cousins, and we actually emptied the bottle, took them all, went swimming, had a great night. I guess the difference between me and them was the next day I wanted more, and they were fine, without having some the next day. And so that's when my journey started. Started using pretty heavily. I've dealt with things like anxiety, things like depression. I've been homeless a few times. So yeah, I've gone through plenty of trials and tribulations. So I definitely have some experience.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, I can kind of relate to a little bit of all of that too. I have had my experiences too, of course. For those of you that know, yes, I have had my time being homeless as well, living in a storage room. I haven't really ever really just had any issues with substance abuse that much, but it's amazing how you can go to the doctor for a procedure and then come out of there.
Now, Joe, you said you smoked weed, correct?
Yes, I did.
Tell me a little bit about that.
So, I'll say probably about when I was 11, I started smoking weed, of course. And at that time, I didn't know that I was smoking weed because of my anxiety. I just knew I was able to calm down a whole lot. So it seemed like every time I got nervous, I would smoke weed. But I didn't find out until recently, 2018, that I was battling anxiety. So all that time I was smoking weed, it was mostly just to calm down the nerves of the anxiety that I was had. Because nowadays,
when we were younger, there was no such thing as mental health, right?
No, it was never mentioned.
Right.
At all. Like people would tell you, of course, go to church or pray about it or, stuff like that. Like, come on now. And nowadays, when you look back at it, you're like, dang, I was battling mental health really bad at a
It's
young
the same thing
age.
with me too. I mean, especially on my father's side, they're super religious, big into the
Hmm.
church thing. And when I started getting mixed up and running on the streets, my grandma was just go to church, go to church. Do pray it out,
Hmm.
and so that didn't really help me. I know it's helped a few people, but that's not my journey.
Right. Same with me. I did have my fair share in church and everything. I'm not going to say I didn't learn some things, but hey, different strokes for different folks. That's all I
Right,
can
right,
say.
right, right.
That's all I can say, man. Now, so right now, both of us are attending a treatment center and we're getting help for mental health. Tell me what would you say was the best part about going through treatment for you?
Well, Joey, I mean, my experience is probably a little bit different than yours.
Hmm.
I've been to many treatment centers, many,
Okay.
many treatment centers. When I was, I think, 18, I went to my first treatment center, and it wasn't so much I was trying to get sober, right? It was
Hmm.
more so, mom kicking me out of the house, flying across the country. I went to Florida. Um, Everything was new to me. I was a scared little puppy with my tail tucked between my legs. I
Hmm.
didn't know anybody.
Okay.
I was trying to get grounded and start something. Unfortunately, I never really wanted to be sober, right? My first few
Right.
times in treatment, actually, like my first many times in treatment, I never really made the decision to stay sober, right? I never attempted it. So, unfortunately, I'm not too proud to say I've probably been to maybe 30 or 40 treatment centers.
Okay.
Now, to get back to your actual question, this is probably my second attempt to get sober and to stay sober. You know, it didn't just happen until recently. Maybe when I was about 25 or 26 is when I really wanted to stop.
Okay.
And in treatments, it's not bad. I used to hate it. I used to bitch and whine about going to the groups, and it was repetitive and
Man.
shit that I heard all the damn time, acting like I couldn't learn anything. Not being teachable at all. But these last couple times around, uh, I stayed focused. I tried
Hmm.
to, journal, do the things that they suggested, go to meetings, get a
Hmm.
sponsor, the whole deal. So treatment around this time, it's actually been pretty good. I like it here. But what would you say your experience in treatment has been?
For me, so I have also been to quite a few treatments. This makes actually my fifth treatment center I've been to. Um, the first two wasn't a good fit for me. It was more for psych ward. That wasn't my type of care that I needed. The other facility was okay, but it was just a little bit too small. This facility here that I'm in now, it it's pretty cool, I will say. It started out great with just helping me with my mental health because that's what I struggle with. I do relapse sometimes with my depression as well. You know what I'm saying? So, this place has been kind of real good, helping me out with my mental health. So, um, yeah.
I mean, if you don't mind me asking, can you tell us about your experience with the psych ward? I know you touched on that.
Hmm.
I have some experience there as well, but I kind of want to
Hmm.
hear about your situation first.
Okay, no problem. So, my first experience at the psych ward, and I'm just being very honest, like always. My first experience was okay. Am I really as crazy as I thought I was before I came to this place? Because before I went, I was at the house and I was just breaking everything, throwing everything. I was pissed off. I was mad, going through depression, flipped over my whole fish aquarium. Polar fishes was just swimming on the floor. I can feel bad, but no, for real though, it was a real bad experience. Then I started running across the street, like was finna go to this store and make them give me some cigarettes to smoke, and didn't have no money. So
Wow.
next thing you know, man, the ambulance came to pick me up. I didn't know where I was going.
So it's involuntary.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. So I didn't know where I was going. I got there, man, and I couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe it. It wasn't what I was expecting because I knew that wasn't my type of craziness. I know I had some craziness in me, but I didn't have that type of craziness,
Right. We all got some kind of crazy in us.
Right. So they started stripping everything from me. I mean, they took everything. I don't think I was able to keep my shoes. They gave me a pair of socks to walk in.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, hold on. Couldn't use no phone. Then they put you in this little cell, like ain't no windows or nothing. And I'm like, hold up.
Right.
Then you come out for like an hour or so, probably not even an hour. I think it was like 30 minutes to eat, sit at a little table and eat. And you're looking at all these people spitting at people and throwing stuff and screaming and yelling at the nurses and calling them stupid and crazy. I was like, no, I got to go. So,
right.
Yeah, I had to fill out some type of paperwork to get out of there because, no, I take that back. That one made me stay 30 days, and that was the worst 30 days of my life.
Oh, shit. So you actually had to stay 30 days, a whole month.
Yeah, I had to stay a whole month there, and it was horrible, man. And that's when I told myself I would never go back.
Right.
I'm never going back. But I didn't stick to that because I ended up going back 4 more times.
Right.
Just not that one.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, so my experience is, something similar, right? I was in a drug-induced psychosis, doing some stimulants, uppers. I think this particular time it was, methamphetamines mixed with Xanax, and it's a bad combination. But I think I was in St. Louis visiting an old girlfriend, and I'm not exactly sure what happened, or, because like I said, I was on Xanax. I don't remember a whole lot. I just remember fighting the cop, punching him in the face, and I'm thankful he didn't take me to jail because that's a felony. But I woke up in the psych ward on a 9-day hold, involuntary, and I'm not proud to say as well that this has happened twice. I've been on 2 9-day holds. Both times I was dope sick, so I was detoxing in the psych ward. They don't give you any meds. And it's just a bunch of different kind of people that I'd never seen before. People that, were talking to the wall. People thinking they were Superman.
Yep.
Yelling at the people working there. And it wasn't a fun time, but I think it was something that I had to go through in order for me to grow, right? I think my experiences mold us in who we are and, our future selves. And so I just did my best to learn from the experiences that I've had and keep on going.
Yep, I agree. Same thing here. Now, have you ever got into a situation where you had to be 5150?
Yeah, so a couple of times I've overdosed, right? Because I think I wish I could put a number on how many times I've overdosed. Let me back up here and say my drug of choice for a long time was heroin and fentanyl. So with that being said, I've overdosed maybe 20, 25 times.
Wow.
I've overdosed to the point where my father found me dead in the bed. Girlfriends found me gasping for air, unconscious. I've actually flatlined for 4 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes, and 30 seconds, I believe it was. And so, been pronounced dead 4 times. I honestly shouldn't be here.
Well, I'm glad you are, man. I'm glad you are.
Yeah, the 5150 is just the involuntary put in a psych. And so it's not a fun time. Not a fun time at all.
Man. Well, I'm glad, thank God that you're still here right now.
Thank you.
See, this is a blessing for somebody out there that don't think they can make it. Man, he's right here sitting next to me. Now, that's a testimony for you.
Joe, I wanted to ask you a question here. Now, I think when I was talking to you the other day, you said something like people with us that have, a lot of anxiety and depression, even though you don't use substances like I have in my past, you use the word relapse. Now, what does it mean when you relapse on your depression or anxiety?
So, relapsing with depression, because a lot